this age would be a good time to have kids, because do you know, if I had a baby now, I think I would be more like calmer, more ready. I'm more emotionally mature, so it wouldn't affect me as much. You know, when you're 20, 22 and a baby's crying all night, you're like, I didn't want this anyway. And in the morning you're all like, I'm a bad mom. I shouldn't have said that. It's crazy. But when you're this age
is completely different. So I get it. But like I'm saying, do you know, I think it is a good age. But again, I'm so used to my free time and my free space.
But you'll still have it. You've got so much siblings that will look after your child. Not like you're going to do that. Exactly. But if you needed a night to yourself, that's not going to be hard.
I suppose that wouldn't be a problem.
Wouldn't be a problem at all.
I'm giving myself 2 years anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to freeze my eggs.
Okay.
I was going to. But I was like,
how much is that?
I really want to do that. It's like for the whole process, about $6,000.
And then you have to
pay annually to keep it stored for
how
however
much?
long. It depends on like how many eggs you freeze and where you do it, but it can range from anywhere between like £500 a year to like $1,500 a year.
And then when you're ready to unfreeze them, you have to pay.
Yeah, you got to take all that.
Do you?
Yeah.
You have to take them out.
You pay for the annual fee anyway to store them anyway.
Yeah.
But then you've got to get them put into you, haven't you?
Because obviously there's a process to get.
Was that be classed as IVF still?
No, it's not IVF. You're just getting your eggs it's not IVF because your eggs, isn't it?
Okay.
Because they say your mature age for, like, they said your most fertile from, I think it's 31 to like 33, I think.
You're most fertile in that time, really.
Yeah, and you're more inclined to have like multiple births of twins.
They say that from the age of 30, you're more likely to have twins.
Yeah, so like this is the peak time. I think I'm in my last year of peakness. So afterwards I should be cool and not have to think about no multiple kids because I think I'd die.
You said that.
When I think about it, I'm glad I had them when I had them because they're older now. Do you know what I mean? 10 and 13 is actually
big
light
kids.
Work. Yeah,
they're big. They're little adults.
They can do a lot for themselves.
They
now.
really do.
They're like little adults. Yeah,
basically.
They're cool.
Obviously, I still fluff around. You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
But they are a lot. They're not so like
needy.
mom. Although they can still do that too. Depends on the day.
To be fair, to be fair, but they've got each other as well.
Yeah, which is good.
It's nice, but no more. I wouldn't ever have any more at this age. No, not because I'm not maternal, just because no.
You've done it now. So yeah. Would you have more?
I would.
We know you
but
would.
Only if, like, I could be guaranteed, like, stress-free, everything.
Well, you can't be guaranteed.
Then you can't be guaranteed.
So that means no.
Basically, what I'm saying in a different way, innit? No, I would, because I loved kids. I love children. I always have.
I like other people's. I do. I love having them for the day. We can do all the dumb shit. You're going back home after this period anyway, so it's all good.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've never even enjoyed that. It's just my kids. Do you know what I mean? No, see, Cassie, you know what I'm like.
No.
I like my kids. I mess with my kids. I don't want to have everyone's kids. Why?
Whereas me now, I'm like, everyone come. I'll have all your kids.
See, my sister's like that.
Yeah, man. I don't mind it. I love it.
Even though she's got her own bunch, her own Brady bunch.
She will still have others.
She'll have everybody else's like, let's all the kids. And I'm like, I'm out later.
Yeah, exactly that.
I love it.
Me out. Too many kids in my ass. Ooh. No, but you see me.
I know.
I was sitting there shaking my leg.
She was like this.
I
was like, stop your leg.
That brought out
anxiety that real that day.
They were everywhere. It was like there's a kid at every space in my house, and it was just making my heart beat. Like every time I looked around, one was going in a different room. I was like, I just wanted to get up and be like, it's over. Just go.
Yeah, but she said it a couple of times. She's like, the party's finishing at 5 o'clock.
Blood, I said it.
Yeah. She went
before they came,
and
when they was there,
and when they were leaving.
Thanks, guys. It was nice having you. Yes, kids, I love you. Right,
just out or just go. Bye.
I am so tired.
Milo was thinking this thing finished early, boy.
I'm probably thinking, we're gonna chill out.
I could breathe when it.
What did one of them say? Like, there's no music or something like that.
Yeah, because I was not trying to
get your Facebooks out.
Facebook's your backside. Just everybody settle down.
She's trying to play the music on the TV, bro.
No, listen.
There was no music.
I was not.
I'm done. What was the when?
You see, as soon as people started arriving, I already started feeling like, I need them out of my house. So I started giving people food. I was like, right,
let's eat.
Man, just eat your food.
Just eat. She was on it straight away. She was like, should I give it to them now? She's like, oh, should I give the food to them now? And then I was like, but is this the only thing they're having, or are they eating again? She was like, what do you mean again? This is it, and then again.
I'm done. I'm actually done. That's why you need to do it not in your house.
You know, I don't do it in my house.
Oh, okay, so there you go.
But it is this.
Yeah, it's locked down. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's never happening in my house again.
This girl, man, I can't deal with her. Look at the amount of parties I've had in my house,
bruh. If certain people can do that. I can't. It's just the way it is.
It's not in your nature.
It's just the way it is.
I don't care, man.
I was when everyone was walking across the floor, I fully wanted to get out the mop and just be like, as they were walking around, like, no, man, I couldn't do that. That's not good for my health, man. It made me start feeling hypersensitive and that. No, not me.
Everyone's talking about DMX's song Slipping.
Everyone, that is one.
Yeah, they're saying it's really like fitting.
Rest in peace to
him. No, man.
Because that was one. As soon as I heard, that was one of the first songs that I put on. I was thinking, oh man, because he's really just talking about his battle and his whole struggle.
So what happened? Like, what actually?
So they said he had an overdose.
Yeah, he had an overdose and then it triggered a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then he slipped into a coma.
Okay.
And then because he was starved of oxygen for 30 minutes.
Oh, so it took long for them to get him.
They were trying to resuscitate him because when whoever found him, his brain had been starved of oxygen. So it's not much more you can do after that. And then they done the CT scans and all that. They said he had no brain activity for a whole week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Got to switch it off after that.
Yeah.
It's just the body really.
Literally.
Yeah.
So there's no
point
point
up there.
That's awful.
It's sad,
so sad because he was just getting back to himself. He released a new mixtape as well.
Oh, did he?
Was going to go on tour because remember he done the verses with Snoop.
Yeah, I remember.
As well.
Yeah, but he didn't look right there.
He didn't look right because he was just still out of rehab.
Yeah,
slowly, just out of rehab.
He didn't look like.
Yeah, he didn't look like himself. And they had his he weren't really rapping anyway. They were and he was just doing little ad-libs.
And the way he was dancing just looked different. He didn't look like
he couldn't dance anyway.
That we know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He weren't really a dancer anyway. It was more of a just
like a
mandem, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Sad to
but when you struggle with addiction for so many years, he was 50. So can you think about it?
More than half of his life.
Yeah, way more. It's like
14 is like 3/4 of his life.
What, 35 years?
Yeah. It was just addiction.
Yeah, abusing his body.
Exactly.
So it held out
for a very long time. But the drugs I think the drugs back then were different because I don't know if you guys have read Black Vinyl, White Powder. It's a book about...
What is it called?
Black Vinyl, White Powder.
I haven't.
Just about the music industry. I had to read it for my degree. And they were talking about just generally drugs in like the 50s, 60s and 70s. And they were talking about like the Rolling Stones and all of those types of the Beatles and all those people. Yeah. And they were like, half of them should be dead because they were going into detail about the accounts of how much drugs these lot
they were taking a lot of drugs back then.
Yeah, but it probably weren't mixed the way
it weren't mixed the way it's mixed now. Yeah,
it was
like more of a
cleaner version of it. Not that it makes it any better.
Yeah, but yeah, he's been struggling. But he'd been in and out of rehab for years. They said the last stint he had in rehab was last year, November.
It's quite unfortunate, man. Because people with addiction, it's not easy to...
It's not easy to kick as well, especially crack as well. It's a heavy one.
There are many addictions though, like even as simple as
alcohol.
Pornography or shopping or cleaning your house takes absolute... Do you know what I mean? All these little addictions, they're not easy to wean your body off.
No, not at all. Especially something that's abusing your actual internal organs in your body. It must be crazy. He's got to go cold turkey for all of that as well.
Yeah.
And just anything can trigger it. A piece of foil trigger it. Anything because of
even the colour of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Certain
trigger
smells,
and you just wanna. So I can imagine he's probably really struggling. He had 15 kids as well, you know.
15.
Yes, he had 15 kids.
Wow.
What? So
15 kids.
Yeah, he was married to his wife.
Yeah, that
for like a while. They had 4 kids together.
Okay.
But in and out, innit? Drugs, all that type of stuff. 15 kids.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, it's lifestyle. Bankrupt however many times.
Yeah.
Lost this, all of that. Like, his life was all over the place. But did you see the last interview that he done?
No.
Last interview he done, someone said to him, can you imagine a few weeks ago, what would you say, what would be your last thoughts before you died?
People say that a lot, you know.
I know.
What would you want people to remember you
And he was like, I had a good life. That was what his last thought would be.
Oh, he said that.
Okay. Yeah, like 4 weeks ago in his last interview. I had a good life.
Okay.
I was just like, wow. So that means you were at peace. You probably felt it was coming on, or you was just thinking to yourself, I've made it this far.
Can kind of tell.
They can kind of tell. They say you can kind of sense when it's coming to an end.
Oh, bless, man. That's so sad.
Because the family was saying it weren't an overdose, it was just a heart attack. But people saying it was heart. So I don't think you're ever really going to know until if they want to kind of release the autopsy.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now it's just speculation.
But yeah, he was real raw. For me, he made a big impact. For me in general anyway, just his lyrics, just how vulnerable he was with his songs and just how real he was as well. And he played a lot of it out on the camera and he didn't really care. It's probably because he was high most of the time as well.
Yeah,
so
do you remember when he was on Black Ink? Was it Black Ink? That reality show.
The Tattoo?
Yeah. Do you remember he was on there for a few episodes, and even then
he always looked zoned out to me.
Always. And he was very thin as well.
Yeah, that's probably heavy on it.
So I was just like,
I'm gonna watch Belly tonight again.
Oh, Belly.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
What is that DVD you got?
No, I'm just gonna find it online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it online. YouTube or one of them.
I'm sure
it'll probably come on Netflix. Anyway, they're gonna put it on
Amazon Prime or something. Yeah, like they usually do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that one's man. He was hard. I really liked him. He's one of my favourite rappers. Like him.
He was good.
He's just one of those people that you grew up with. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Pay respect.
And his songs, no matter where you go, you always hear one of his songs or the beat or something. I just loved his rawness. And his first album is one of his first albums. What's it? It's Dark in It, It's Hot in Hell or whatever. One where he's having a conversation with the devil.
The red background.
Like freaking hell, this is deep. But it was just, like,
it was just true to himself.
And what he was feeling. Yeah, he didn't care.
Through.
Yeah.
And I love that rawness. Now we got all these mumbo jumbo type of rappers. They took me
out of that shit, man.
I'm so tired of this, man. Where's all the legends gone?
They're gone.
But this is what I'm saying. Once they're gone, DMX and them man there, what have we got? Like, for our kids coming up?
Little Uzi, the one that stuck a diamond in his third eye.
Jackass.
Oh, really? Oh.
Who is his name? Little Uzi or Uzi? Little
I know, is it Uzi?
I don't know.
Is it Uzi?
I have no idea.
Isn't it Uzi Vert? No.
Little asshole, because who the hell would stick a diamond?
Did you see how long he paid off for that?
What he paid it off?
23 million it was, and apparently he paid off for it for 5 years. Yeah, he started paying off for it. I swear it's got about 4 or 5 years ago.
23 million pounds.
Yeah, it's a pink diamond to us. It's not plastic or.
So what if someone just comes on and goes?
That's his business. God knows. He thinks he's in a manga cartoon or something like that.
That's actually mad. I don't know how people do these things. Like, who are their advisors? What? I don't know.
Advisors, the person himself.
It might be who's around him though.
That's what he wants
to even have a conversation.
No,
but do you know what?
Believe me, because there's certain, not like that, but do you know, like image changes and stuff like that. That needs to run by the people that sign you, because there's a certain
that's what I'm saying. There's certain things that you need to.
This is all influenced by
look at his image
to project them to.
But look at his image.
Yeah, look at his. Fair enough, but I just feel like these things, are like meant to be projected to the youth. To just give them a distorted picture.
100%.
100%.
What kind of nonsense is that? Have you ever known a bit of it?
There's a video that I watched the other day about, I can't remember what, but it's basically talking about like the image that is being portrayed about us, particularly.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you watch the video?
No.
All of that.
It was on one of the blog
making
pages.
the boys more feminine and think that. Come on, look at the rappers now.
Candice Williams.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Yeah, if you like a bit of nail varnish and you're a guy, whatever, like peace be upon you. But what I'm saying is,
peace be upon you.
A lot of like the younger rappers now, they are really like feminine. Like
they're distorting the feminine and masculine.
They're blurring the gender roles.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to a certain extent. It might be okay to walk around with a miniskirt as a guy, but like truthfully,
a miniskirt.
Well, this is what these rappers are doing. They're looking really silly.
It depends on how you look at it though, because imagine, back in the days how we all used to dress. Like men used to wear flares. They don't call it dresses, but what's the thing like what Muslim men wear?
Kaftans.
Yeah, that's not a dress, but it's long, isn't it? And it's It hasn't got like
that's
legs
cultural
in it.
because
That's
you
a
see like
cultural thing,
African
exactly.
culture.
Africans do it as well. Like
you're talking about mainstream dressing is different. Like back in the 70s,
maybe times are changing
Flares
because
and all
I'm
that.
suppose if my dad was seeing me watch DMX, he might have been like, "Why is he trying to stand so low or whatever?"
exactly.
To get what I'm saying?
yeah. Or why has he got his shirt off?
Yeah. And so now we're like, why has he got nail varnish on and a lipstick and a skirt? Like what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're trying to get the youth to be more open and kind of inclusive, which is all good because embrace your individuality.
I do feel like it's pushing
the boundaries.
No, but I feel like it's pushing a narrative. Like it's basically desensitizing them to stuff that wasn't acceptable once upon a time to now be incorporated into their life because it's okay. And you know what? To a certain extent, it might be okay because whether we like it or not, like if one of our children wanted to be like gay or something like that, like I personally wouldn't disown my kids for that. I'm not in any way, shape or form going to push it, but I'm not going to disown them for it. I thought where I was going with this point. Oh, give me a minute
or two.
Don't know. I was saying, but they're like making it more like it's like planting small seeds in the back of everybody's mind. Like, do you know what I mean? That will eventually grow to be this
develop.
Yeah.
Which is what they've been doing for years. Really, they're just doing it in different ways now. Look at the Nas X and the Satan trainers.
And the video of him
I didn't even
giving
watch it.
a lap dance to the devil. I didn't either, but it was all over everywhere. So even if you don't watch it, you know.
I know what dancing on the devil. I know that much. I was just like, I can't be bothered with this. This is the type of
Illuminati shit that I'm not into. It's just crazy.
I'm just like, what is going on? Really, guys?
It's crazy. And then he sold them trainers. Like, I swear they had blood in them, didn't they? Or
1 drop of human blood, so they claimed, and then there was like 666 pairs, and they were sold for like $1,000.
I don't even want to buy those.
Sold out.
What were they? £166, 66p. What were they?